It's that easy. Kitchen recipes.
Today's menu, crockpot 15 bean soup Cajun style. This cook process is 7.5 hours, but you won't regret 1 minute. Good things come to those that wait. Let's get it.
We're gonna need 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of coarse pepper, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 whole onion, Cavender seasoning, Louisiana Cajun seasoning, Goya ham seasoning that comes with the pack, 1 smoked turkey leg, and 1 12-ounce beef smoked sausage link, or your preference of what type of sausage you like. All right, the first thing we like to do is to let these beans soak. So we're gonna crack these bad boys open and start letting them soak for about 4 hours. We're gonna allow these beans to soak for about 4 hours in lukewarm water, and we'll thoroughly rinse them before we start to cook them. We will now chop up our sausage and onions. I like to chop the sausage in half and then make 2 vertical long parallel slits and then slice it in half so you can get small chunks. I like to medium chop the onion so the onions can have a good size in the soup and not make them too fine. We will now put all the rest of the onions with the rest of the sausage and get ready to add the seasoning. We will now add the garlic powder, onion powder, and coarse pepper. Be sure to use a container with a really good sealable lid. We're going to give it a really good shake and shake it vigorously, and then we're going to add it to the refrigerator to allow it to marinate. After the 4 hours is up, we will now finish rinsing off the beans before we add to the pot. A sign of a good soak and rinse is when you see those excess loose shells coming off the beans. We will now add our smoked turkey leg. Add the entire bowl of beans to the crock pot. Now add 10 to 12 cups of water, or till the water line reaches 1 inch above the level of the beans. We're going to now turn this on high and get ready to let this cook for 6 hours on high. In my opinion, this process is better prepared if you cook it at night and finish it in the morning, or if you don't have to work the next day, it's okay to do it during that day. Okay, it's been 6 hours. We're going to now remove the turkey leg from the beans, and we're going to separate that meat and add it back to the pot of beans. We're going to use a tongue and just grab it, get the turkey leg out of there. We're going to take these tongs and separate this turkey meat. Get those bones out of there. See how nice it comes off the bone? Just gonna come through and pick out these little turkey bones. Just want to slice through that skin just a little bit. We're not going to chop up the meat. It's going to separate itself inside of the soup. Just want to pull it apart a little. We don't have to chop it up. Has that effect now. It kind of looks like pulled pork. Add this back to the pot and put this back inside of our beans. You can see the fat from the turkey leg has rendered into the juice here. That's where they get that shiny look in the water. These beans are smelling really good. We're getting ready to add the ham flavor. We're going to now add the ham flavor pack that came with the beans. We'll stir that around a little bit into the broth. Now add the 4 packs of the Goya ham seasoning. What we want to do is stir that around. We're going to now add our turkey to the pot. I'm going to stir that around in there. I'm going to add all of our meat and our seasoning that we put in our container. I'm going to dump the entire thing into the pot. Mix that around in there. What you're starting to see now is the broth is turning a brown tone, and that's what you want. That is the residue from the beans that have broken down. It's going to really give this a beany, soupy look. And there's still enough water in here where it's not consistent like paste. And it's thick and hearty. It's more soupy. This is what you want here. We're also going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of minced garlic. We're going to come in now with about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of the Cavenders. And for the heat, we're going to just use just a very small half a teaspoon of the New Orleans Cajun seasoning. About 1 teaspoon of cumin. We'll add the onion soup pack. We're going to add the dark brown sugar now. This will help give it a sweet heat flavor. Stir this in, and just always remember you start out by adding small ingredients at a time. This is a basic recipe for the level of taste that you want, and you can always add to the flavor as you cook. And you do want to test that broth throughout the cooking process. You don't want to wait to the end and try to season everything at the end. That broth is tasting really good right now. We're going to put the lid on this, and we're going to let this simmer for another hour and a half. We're going to let that beef sausage and those onions and all that break down into the flavor of the broth as well. All right, it's now time to get these beans turned off. They're ready to go. I'm going to stir these up. I'm going to turn it off now and let it cool down. And this is the stage where you can do a final taste test and add any of the ingredients that you need. An extra ham packet or salt, pepper, whatever it is at this point, but right now they taste pretty good. All these look and smell so good. Now it's time for the taste test. Look at that there. This 15 bean soup is an original recipe. It took me about 2+ years to master it. These beans go good as a side or by itself or at any event that you'd like to have. I hope you enjoy it. I can guarantee you your family and friends will love this recipe.
Did you know that the world's tallest bean plant was over 45 feet tall? The world's tallest was homegrown in the USA. In 2003, grower Staten Rory tended the bean plant to colossal heights, recorded by the Guinness Book of World Records as reaching 46 feet. That is the same height as 3 fully grown giraffes stacked on top of one another. Beans are nutritious food that contain many health-promoting nutrients, including protein, fiber, folate, iron, potassium, and magnesium. They also contain antioxidants and complex carbs and vitamin B and other nutrients. Now you know. I hope you enjoyed that 15 bean soup recipe. Please leave a comment in the comment section after you try it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get the latest videos and recipe notifications. Until next time, it's that easy. It's that easy. Kitchen recipes.